Hi, it is Jazz and thank you ever so much for joining me for today. Today we're going to be focusing on the lower back and stretches and just movements just to release any of those tight muscles in your lower back area. So make sure you are fit and well at home. You've got your Pilates mat, some comfortable clothing and just a bit of space just for yourself, just to calm down that nervous system and then also just release any tension from the lower back. So we're going to come up into an all fours position, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, and we're just going to start to draw some circles with your tailbone. So taking some nice deep breaths, inhale through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. Wonderful. So starting nice and small, and then see perhaps whether you can make that circle a little bit bigger. So we're just mobilising those hips. Wonderful. Change the direction. So if you want to start smaller again, you can focus on that breathing and then make the movement slightly bigger. Good. One more. And then bringing it back to centre. Brilliant. From here, stay in your all fours. We're going to look to our right, bring your bottom to the right. Look to the left, bring your bottom to the left. So it's quite a nice one just to mobilise the spine. You should then feel a nice gentle stretch in your lower back. So look to the right, bottom to the right. Look to the left, bottom to the left. Let's go one more either side. Wonderful. Okay, we're going to bring our chin up, point our tailbone back, nice big inhale. And then on the exhale, drop the chin towards the chest, round the back, draw the core muscles in. And we're just going between this cat and cow stretch, mobilising the spine, feeling that stretch across all of those back muscles. Focus on that breathing. Good, right, one more. And then we're going to come into this cat stretch, so squeeze the core round the back. We're going to inhale, rock forward, exhale, rock back as far as you comfortably can. So it's inhale forward, exhale back, and you should feel a nice stretch in that lumbar part of the spine. Inhale forward, exhale back, and just rock back and forth as far as you comfortably can. One more of these, and then we're going to take it all the way back into child's pose. Wonderful. If you can, have a slightly wider stance with the knees, sink into the mat, open up those hips, and then reach those fingertips out in front. Just take some nice deep breaths for a moment. Think inhale through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. Good. Just try and sink. Just try and relax those muscles. Inhale through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. Good. Let's do one more nice big inhale. And then exhale out through the mouth. Wonderful. Brilliant. From there, let's come up into a seated position. Take it nice and gently. Good. We're going to keep the feet together. We're just going to drop down the knees, just starting to open up those hips. So feet together, drop down the knees. And hopefully you feel a bit of a stretch kind of in the groin, in the inner thigh muscles. We're just going to hold it there. We're going to breathe. Lovely. Good. And just you can have a little kind of play, just kind of think, okay, is one knee higher than the other? Is there a bit more resistance on one side? Does one hip open up a little bit more? You might feel a nice inner thigh stretch. You might also feel a bit of a stretch in your bottom cheek as well. And then just to increase it, if you want, you're going to take a nice big inhale. On the exhale, you're going to lean in towards that stretch. So we're just starting to open up those hips. So you're leaning into that stretch, and remember, with a stretch, there should never be any pain. It's just going to be uncomfortable. So just try and breathe through what you can. Wonderful. Keep hold. Lovely. 3, 2, and then 1. Very gently easing out of it. Great. Okay, we're going to extend one leg. Keep the other leg bent, and we're coming into a lower back stretch. So we're going to sit up as tall as we can. We're going to take a nice big inhale. On the exhale, we're going to reach up, so lengthen through the spine and hinge towards the side. So you should be feeling a stretch in this lower back here. In the QL, the quadratus lumboris, there's a quadrilateral shape there that we're stretching out. And just reach as far as you can. If you can't quite reach for your feet, that's absolutely fine. So just do what you can as you ease into that stretch. And then rather than looking down, that will be more of a hamstring stretch, you're going to look up towards the ceiling. If you want to try and increase the stretch, this free arm here, you're going to reach up and over. Good. And just hold that stretch. Just releasing out the hip and that lower back. It is a difficult stretch. So if you ever want to perhaps use a towel or a resistant band, you can actually place it around the foot and hold on to it there just to help with the stretch. So we're stretching out that lower back, that hip. Good. Breathe. I know it is tough. Try and relax as much as you can. Good. Keep trying to look up towards the ceiling. So we're looking up rather than down. On every exhale, try and relax. Good. Keep hold, keep hold. I know we're holding for quite a while, but do what you can. On every exhale, try and sink into it just a little bit deeper. Wonderful. Keep hold. 3. Count down. 2. And then 1. Really, really gently take your time. Walk your fingertips back up. Take your time when we've stretched out this side. Great. Right, other leg. Let's see how this side of the body is feeling. So same again. Start sitting up as tall as you can. Nice big inhale. And then on the exhale, up and lean, hinge to the side. Reach as far as you comfortably can. Feel that lower back stretch in this side of the body. Same again, trying to look up towards the ceiling rather than down. Reach as far as you comfortably can. And then if you want, bring that other arm up and over. Good, we're taking it into that lower back. Try and keep both bottom cheeks on the floor. So it's very tempting to lift up. Keep both bottom cheeks on the floor. Wonderful. On every exhale, try and sink just that little bit deeper. Try and relax those muscles. And then think inhale through the nose. Really filling up the body with oxygen. And exhale, sink, relax, breathe. I know it is tough. Do what you can. Keep looking up. See perhaps whether you can increase that stretch on an exhale. Lovely. Breathe. Happy thoughts. Persevere. Countdown is coming, I promise. Good. Try and relax into it. Good. 3. Keep hold. 2. And then when you're ready, last one. Gently, very gently walk it up. Oh, brilliant. So that was just isolating and stretching out the lower back, the QL on both sides there. So this time, extend the legs out in front. We're going to take a nice big inhale. On the exhale, we're going to reach up and we're going to lean slightly forward, feeling a stretch at the back of the legs, and then restack. So inhale up, reach, exhale. We're just keeping it flowing for the moment. So it's a little bit more of a hamstring stretch, this one. Good. So we're just stretching out the backs of the legs. We go for 2 more. keeping it moving. Hopefully you can reach that little bit further each time. And then on this last one, we're going to reach, we're going to hold, we're going to breathe. And just hold it there, feeling the backs of the legs. My hamstrings are very tight today. Hopefully yours aren't as tight, but do what you can. So we're just challenging that lower back. Try and relax, feeling that stretch in the calves, in the hamstrings. Breathe into it. Happy thoughts. Focus on the breathing. So inhale through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. Keep hold, don't give up. Countdown is coming. Good. 4, 3, keep hold. 2, and then 1. Very gently ease it off. Oh, lovely. Okay, from here we're going to open up the legs a bit wider. And we're going to try and push ourselves forward, so we're kind of tilting that pelvis, sitting up as tall as we can. And we're going to go for a bit of a stretch, extending the fingertips out in front, just challenging the hip, but also opening up the lower back. So nice big inhale. On the exhale, walking those hands out in front. It's not the most enjoyable stretch, but just seeing how far you can comfortably reach. And that will kind of, challenge that lower back for sure. So breathe into that stretch, extending those fingertips out in front, reach as far as you comfortably can. Good. Same again. We're just going to hold. We're going to breathe. On every exhale, perhaps see whether you can get just that little bit further down. Wonderful. What I quite like to do on this one, you can have the fingertips out in front. I like, if you can reach for your feet, I'm just going to apply a little bit of pressure. So just reaching for the feet and then trying to bring myself down a little bit lower down to the mat. Just applying a little bit of pressure there. So same again, that's opening up the hips. That's feeling that stretch in the QL, which we've just stretched. So you're challenging that lower back. Breathe through it. Inhale through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. Good, keep hold. So remember, never any pain, it's just going to be uncomfortable. Good, keep hold. 4, 3, 2, 1, and very, very gently come out. Oh, fantastic. Okay, bring one leg out in front, the other leg we're going to place, the other foot we're going to place to the side there. So it's a bit of a combination between a hamstring and stretching out the lower back, this sort of stretch. So the foot comes to the side, we're going to take a nice big inhale. On the exhale, we're going to sit up as tall as we can and reach out in front. Same again, if you can't quite reach for your foot, that's absolutely fine. Just do what you can. So the focus will be your calf muscle, your hamstring, opening up your hip, and then also your lower back as well. So just hold that stretch. It's kind of stretching everything out. And just seeing how far you can comfortably reach. Focus on the breathing and those happy thoughts. Good, keep hold. Lovely, keep hold. 3, 2, 1, and then gently walk those fingertips up. Very gently come out of it. Oh, nice. Extend the other leg. Let's see how this side of the body's feeling. Foot down to the side, so you're opening up the hip. You're going to try and sit up as tall as you possibly can. Nice big inhale. On the exhale, taking it down. So same again, if you can't quite reach for the feet with that one, you can place a resistant band or like a towel or something behind the foot and reach for it, trying to draw yourself closer towards the foot there. So calf muscle, hamstring, hip, lower back. Good, do what you can. Can you increase that stretch on an exhale? Good, really try and think about softening those muscles, increasing that range of movement. Keep hold, breathe, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then very, very gently coming out of the stretch. Oh, brilliant. Okay, come on to your backs. We're going to place the arms out to the side, feet and knees together. We're just going to gently move those knees. So inhale to the side, exhale, center. Inhale down to the side, exhale, center. So it's quite a nice massage on the lower back. If you want to bring the neck into it, your neck is going to look the opposite direction to your knees. Therefore, you're getting a beautiful bit of rotation all the way from the tailbone all the way into the neck. Good. One more either side. And then from here, drop the knees down to one side, head look the opposite direction. Just breathe into that stretch. Take a moment to relax as much as you can. On every exhale, just give yourself permission to sink into the mat. Try and release any tension. So if you want to stretch out a little bit more of the bottom cheek and add a little bit more rotation, you can extend the bottom leg, bring the top leg over a little bit more, and then apply a little bit of gentle pressure on that knee, and that will take that into your bottom cheek, into that lower back as well. So you've got two options there, either just bring the knees together and relax, or apply that bit of gentle pressure on that top knee. And then inhale. On the exhale, come back to center, bring the knees across the other side. So same again, you can keep the knees together and hold that stretch there if that is enough and okay. Or if you want, extend the bottom leg, top leg comes over, a little bit of pressure on that free hand there. So we're taking it a little bit more into your glute, into that lower back as well. Relax the neck and the shoulders. Breathe, happy thoughts. Good, keep hold. 3, 2, 1. And then gently bringing it back to center. Place your hands on your knees, draw some circles. Enjoy that massage in that lower back. And then change the direction. Wonderful. Last little bit, you're going to hold on to those knees and allow the hips just to open, to sink. Allow the legs to relax. Good, so allow those hips just to kind of open. So rather than being in this position, allow them to relax. Allow them to open. Relax the neck and the shoulders. You can either have your hands on your knees or you can have them under if that helps. Just take a moment. Good, nice big inhale through the nose. And exhale out through the mouth. Just see how that lower back is feeling. One more, nice big inhale through the nose. And exhale out through the mouth. Brilliant. Amazing. And then very gently coming out of this position and then coming up to a seated position. Oh, do take your time though. Fantastic. Well, thank you ever so much for joining me for a bit of a lower back kind of mobility, stretch, bit of movement there. I know we were focusing on the lower back, but it was also good to open up the hips, stretch out the glutes, inner thigh muscles as well, as it's all part of it. So if you want to keep stretching, please do. Please make sure you are looking after your lower back. We need a bit of a holistic approach. We need to be stretching, but we also need to be strengthening as well. So please don't treat your back like glass. It is a muscle, it does need to be worked. You kind of use it or lose it. So if you are able to strengthen your lower back through Pilates, then that would be wonderful. And then also stretching as well is highly beneficial. So yes, have a great day and hopefully I will get to see you soon.